EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New England Patriots. The Eagles ready to defend their NFC crown. The 2023 season underway from Foxborough. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right away, they'll change the look. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this is really an interesting matchup here in Week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February.
Yeah, no Zach Ertz. Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? In New England, they're still upset over that call. But, hey, this game is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after it in this one.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. And the all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. The way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Catching a 1st down from Parker, who you might remember was dealt in division to the Patriots from Miami before last season. Settled into his role as the team's deep threat, averaging over 17 yards per reception.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing Jones. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. Third and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because third and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. From the 25, here's second down and 2. This is Swift on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They go play action with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double zero, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. And an Eagle 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the 1st down. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A chance for a 1st touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Swift. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Swift. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Eagles 10, Patriots 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. That one complete to Parker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out right to Bourne. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion.
Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are right back in this football game.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2 yards on the pickup.
Jones off the play fake. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Patriots 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. There goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
He'll buy some time right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown!
Touchdown.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
There he goes, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 14. 1st down, Philadelphia.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
But first down, Hurts. He's got room at the 30.
And finally marked down at
the 23.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Swift going to try up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've insured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get paid. It's not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units and the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh, so let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it, I'm changing it. Get your dollar.